Disgaea 7 was the newest addition in a long line of an anthology series known as Disgaea, a game I actually hold really close to my heart, same with Pokemon. Now, I didn't grow up with it the way I did Pokemon, although I definitely got it in my teens and enjoyed it heavily. I mainly dropped in and out of the series quite a bit. See, around 2013 to 2014 is when I got my first Disgaea game, Disgaea 4, A Promise Unforgotten, and I obsessed about it for a long time. It was my favorite. I loved Valvatorez, I still do. He's literally one of my favorite characters of all time. I loved Artina. I love the gameplay. I love grindy, tedious games. That's just something I love. It kind of just gives my mind something to focus on. Now, let's discuss what I'm actually here to talk about. Disgaea 7 has a complete edition that released recently. Disgaea is known for having complete editions released, such as Disgaea 4 Complete Plus on the Nintendo Switch. Now, that version, I think, is worth the money. Is it expensive? Oh, yes, it's very expensive. But for the fact that it's everything bundled into one, with a lot of quality of life updates, I think it's good. I think it's worth the price I paid for it. But with Disgaea 7 Complete, I feel as though most fans would get ripped off. Now, let me start off by saying, if you did purchase Disgaea 7 Complete, there is nothing wrong with that. If you are fine with the choices they made and you feel that you got your money's worth and you are having a genuine good time, I am so happy for you, and I am so ecstatic that I get to share my love for Disgaea 7 with people. If this is how you get to experience a game I love, then that's great. That's fantastic, and I'm so happy more people get to get introduced to this game, genuinely. Instead of you can change your weapons to look like the Infernal Treasures from the original game, you can own them now, which would have been nice in the original one, but that's a cool addition. So is the Hell mode, where the Hell mode that the characters have, they give them special abilities or they boost other characters, blah, blah, blah. You can add that to your generic NPCs. Now, I'm not sure if you can add it to the, unique characters. I know you can add it to the generics. They showed that off in the trailer. And the big thing that we really want to talk about, aside from the quality of life updates, the main one really that I was looking forward to was the Gotcha Hospital update. But the big thing that people probably want to talk about is the Nethertime Support Force bonus story. And once you complete that story, you get Asagi as a bonus character. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right, Asagi, but Asagi is a character that is very popular in the fan base, for good reason. She's a great character. I love Asagi quite a bit. I think they're a little too fluent with her personality, but I do enjoy her appearances. And a lot of people were wondering why she wasn't in the first version of Disgaea 7. However, in this story, there is no voice acting. And I will say the inclusion of the other characters could have been done better. Now, I'm not saying Disgaea has always been known for its masterful storytelling, but it definitely had good stories in it. It had good plots, and that's the reason why I love the stories in it so much. It's not just the comedy. I mean, look at Lahal's story, Valvatorez. As I said, I actually quite enjoy Fuji's story. I enjoy Ao's. I think they had a great plot line going there, especially with the other characters I don't want to say, because if you haven't played it, this would be a spoiler. Just put up a giant spoiler on the screen. Anyway, but with the inclusion of the other characters, it's very clear they're treating this as DLC. And when you treat it as DLC, you're hiding a lot of your characters' personalities, and you're just showing the exaggeration of their gags, which makes this not that good. That's not good when that's your main selling point. There's a couple of points in it I'll say was good, written well, such as Lahal pointing out Fuji's anger towards, spoiler I can't say if you haven't played the game, but they're very small moments, such as the ending. It is not focused on heavily enough, and I am getting a little tired of them leaving everything open-ended so they can do something with it and then never actually do anything with it. But in general, when you don't have voice acting and the story of your DLC that you're promoting this with just isn't that good, not to mention these quality of life updates were free for people who own the game in Japan. Worse yet, so was the DLC. Now, there is a misconception online that said you couldn't actually transfer your Nintendo Switch 1 file to your Nintendo Switch 2. That is actually a misconception. You can, in fact, do that. If you buy Complete and you already had Disgaea 7, you can transfer your save files and continue from there. That was a misconception, and I just wanted to clear that up, because something I pride myself on is no matter how much I may be upset with a decision, or maybe not even like a company, I do think it's kind of pointless to make up stuff just to hate on them further, especially when you already have so much ammo just right there. You don't even need to make anything up. There it is. But essentially, the best I can say is if you did buy it, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and I do think it's very childish to mock someone for buying a video game just because you yourself disagree with the practice of the game, or just in general the route that those games are taking. But I would say for people who haven't bought it, if you're looking for a reviewer who's, going to give their opinion about whether or not you should buy it, I will say I have to disagree with a lot of other reviewers. If you're going to play Disgaea 7, I would just pony up the money for the original version. Yes, the DLC is very expensive, but honestly, you can play the raw game, no Complete, no DLC, no costumes. You can play the raw game for $60, and you'd have a great time. You wouldn't need all this other crap. You really wouldn't. It's just added stuff if you want to buy it. And Disgaea 7 Complete, while it has those quality of life updates, that would make it easier. I mean, honestly, you're better off just paying for the $70 one or $60 one. It was $60 when I bought it, but, inflation. But overall, the original version, I still say, would be the one I'd recommend. And naturally, if you want to buy Complete, if I haven't swayed your opinion, go ahead. Obviously, you had your mind made up before the video. But this is just a random nerd rambling about a bunch of silly demons that haunt her brain and keep her up at night. Jokes aside, this is just a simple preference and opinion coming from someone. So overall, do as you like, but I do think that the original version is much better.